Are we live, Sound Assassin? Are we live? Are we live-ish? We are live. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch me on Instagram and X at All Even Podcasts. You can catch me on TikTok at All Even Media. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend because the page is growing. There's no Claude, there's no Jimmy today. People are out. They're enjoying their summers, but me and the Silent Assassin is here. What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Nothing much.
How's your week?
Pretty good. Usual.
Hopefully better than mine.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. It's always, because, I have old man problems now. Like I told you, went to work and had a neck problem just out of nowhere. And now I can't move to the right. So every time I look at you, I'm going to turn like this. Very awkward. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it. But I'm in good spirits, although the Mets stink. And they continue to be bad. But I'm not going to let it get me down. The last 2 weeks, I have ranted enough.
I think we just should let it fly the rest of the season. Whatever happens, happens.
You think so?
'Cause I feel like they can't get any worse, to be honest. I don't know.
So just let out the frustration. Just keep it going.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah. People enjoy my rants. So, I mean, if we'll have a nice conversation today. If it goes south, then it just goes south. Whatever happens. What episode is this?
257?
257 or 258. One of those. All right, we're slowly moving towards the 300 and, we'll see what happens. Lots to get into. No, I'm kidding. It really isn't lots to get into today. It's a very slow sports week. It's, we're waiting for football to really start. Basketball, it's dead right now. It's baseball. It's only baseball right now. And the fact that the Mets stink, what's there to talk about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It's just like turning on every game. I'm like, I want to watch them because they're like the Mets. Like, I support them.
Yeah.
But just getting through a game is just so rough. Because, like, even they score a couple runs, right? They're just going to give it right back.
Yeah.
It's like they go literally run for run. It's like somebody hits a home run, and then the next team's up. They hit a home run. It just goes back and forth. And then there's one imploded inning where the other team gets 6 runs and the game's over.
Absolutely. I mean, like, we're not even going to wait until, like, the middle of the show or the end of the show to talk about the Mets. We're going to get straight into it. But before I go ahead and talk about the Mets, there's another thing that's been making me very depressed. I saw a video about Jamaica Ave. There was a dude that was walking through Jamaica Avenue, and all the stores are gone. Closed up, boarded up. Like, what is happening? This is my childhood, man. There used to be a nice beef patty store on the corner right there as soon as you enter, a Coliseum block. Sneaker stores. You had the CD man. You had Metropolitan. They used to sell all those South Pole joints that people used to buy. Like, there was mad stuff there. And it's gone. Like, those are things that make you feel really old. Mm-hmm. When you see a whole town just gone.
Yeah, boarded up.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you trying to explain this to somebody who's like much younger than you, like 20. And they're like, where? What do you mean where? You've never seen this place, never heard of it. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
You grew up in Queens? What are we talking about here? Like, you see what hat I got on right now? I got my St. John's University hat on, man. Like, shouts to Rob hooking me up with this. But it's like, yo, just so many things that is changing, man. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be the old guy to be like, I remember this. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's literally where I'm at.
It's just, and it just like life as a whole doesn't feel the same. Like, once you start seeing everything close up, you're just like, I'm just like missing all those moments and memories. It's just literally now it's gone forever.
Yeah.
So it sucks, yeah.
It really sucks. Like, driving down Sunrise Highway, going towards Valley Stream, and there's the Green Acres Mall there. There used to be a very big movie theater called Sunrise Multiplex. Mm-hmm. We called it Murderplex growing up because they would shoot that place up every Friday. It was the only place that I ever knew, only movie theater that had a metal detector. Like you had to pass through a metal detector to go into this place. But that was home for me. And then you had the other one that was up the block. It was Green Acres Theater. So you can go to that one, or you can go to that one. You drive by there now, and there's a strip mall, and there's a what is that burger joint called? Sonic. There's a fitness center. There's all this stuff, and I'm just like, what has happened? Like I remember that there was a little KFC around right on the corner as well. I got robbed when I was there. It was just that was just life. And now all those things are gone. It's like, man, I reminisce and I miss those things. You know?
Potential death.
Yeah, potential death. You know, but it was my neighborhood. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. You know, I just don't. I guess there's parts of me that hear these old racist people and they're like, we like things the way it is. I can agree with like stores closing. All the racist stuff, no. But like stores, no, keep the stores, man. You know what I mean? Like keep those open. Where's the Toys R Us? Bring that back. Like kids gotta go to Walmart now for like what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
There needs to be like one central big ass toy store where a kid can be like, yo, I want to go there and just lose myself for 2 hours. You don't have that anymore, and I feel bad for these kids that they don't have that.
Yeah.
Like I used to have an option. Like my cousin gave me a choice, and this was like one of the biggest choices. Like you talking about like a fork in the road decision as an 8-year-old. This is big, right? He was like, "Yo, I can buy you 100 action figures, 100. You pick them, or I can get you the new video game console. You can't have both." And you know what I told that man? Looked him in the face. And I said, give me those 100 action figures. You know what I mean? Damn the PlayStation or damn whatever the hell it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it had to be a Super Nintendo or whatever it was. But I said, give me those action figures. Because you can be able to have your own world.
Yeah.
100 action figures? What?
Yeah.
I can always get the console later.
Yeah. If you like take good care of them, also potentially give you money down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I used to like create like huts and houses and forts, and I used to use my it was this whole world in my room, and my mom was just like, "Yo, you all right? I haven't heard you say a peep in 5 hours." I'm like, "You don't understand what's happening in here? Like there's a whole production going on here. Out."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that kids still have toys. I'm not saying that toys disappeared, but just the joy of running through Toys R Us and picking those 100 action figures and just being in that store with other kids, and you see that kid and he's with his mom, and you give him the give him that nod like, yeah, I know you getting some good stuff. I'm getting some good stuff too. It's just bring it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like certain things don't need to go away. That's all I'm saying. Now, obviously we have to talk about these damn Mets because I'm very depressed. I don't want to speak about it, but we have to. Have you ever watched, I know if your father, your brothers maybe put you onto it. Have you ever watched Major League, the movie?
No. Is it with Tom Hanks?
No.
No, that's the other one.
You have to see it. Charlie Sheen was in it.
Okay.
First one, what's his name? Wesley Snipes was in it. It's a lot of good people. It's a very, very good movie. You should watch it. It's following the Cleveland Indians, how bad they were, and they picked up these also ran players and put this hodgepodge team together because the owner was trying to kill the franchise. So if they fell below a certain level, she would be able to move them somewhere. So they had to win to stay, type of thing. And there's this fan that's been a Cleveland Indians fan his entire life. Loves the Indians, but they break his heart every year. and he became so angry and so miserable and so surly that every time, like even when they started to win, he was like, they'll blow it. They'll blow the lead. They're terrible. And people just started like turning on him, like, get the hell out of here, man. They're actually good this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm starting to feel that way now.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
It's like I saw the game. I was watching it on my phone. Oh, Lindor hits a leadoff home run, set a record for leadoff home runs for the Mets. Great. Broke his own record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it was Curtis Granderson that had it.
Mm-hmm.
Broke the record, right? I think it was 8 or 9 that he has.
Yeah.
And then Marte comes up, hits a home run. Whoa, wonderful. Starting off great, 2-0. Then we get 3 runs in. Oh, wonderful. And then a couple, I don't check my phone. I think I was playing the game or being with my son or something. Then all of a sudden I see the score and I'm just like, 7-3.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then I see the score. I see the box score. Because obviously you don't watch the game. You got to see the box score. And I see Sean Manaea's line. 4 2/3, 8 strikeouts, and 4 earned runs. I'm just like, you can't even get through 5?
Yeah. And it's like always like, because I think he had given up 1 run, and then just the last inning he was in just kind of imploded. And that's kind of like the moral of the Mets.
Isn't that everybody?
Yeah. It's like they're pretty decent, but then the pitch count starts to go up, and then they have an inning, and they blow it up, and then they come out, and then the bullpen continues to blow it up.
They can't find the strike zone. They walk the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the major leagues. If you give guys opportunities to drive in runs, there's a lot of, you can walk into a hit. Things happen in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be as good as you want to be, and somebody can time you, and they can take you out of the park, or they can hit a double into the gap. They can get a triple. They can start to get a rally going. You keep giving somebody chances. If there's runners in scoring position the entire game, every inning you're under siege, you're going to give up some runs, of course. And even if you don't give up runs early on, the fact that they've been chipping away at your ass for every inning, they're going to get you eventually.
Mm-hmm.
These are professionals. No matter if they're one of the worst teams in the league or not, they're professionals.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like really rough to like even like see the team. It's just like, oh, we're going through this again. It's just kind of like really sluggish, and then just watching them play like they got really nothing behind them.
Yeah.
So
I'm not watching, obviously. I'm not physically watching the games because I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I literally physically cannot watch them.
Yeah.
They make me sick.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's just like I wish I could just like I put it on the background. I'll like be doing stuff, but for me to not watch them, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I couldn't because it's just hard.
Yeah, I need to keep my sanity, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fully miserable because I will break something. I am one of those like emotional sports watchers where I will throw things, I will curse. It's the throwing the things that are a problem for me because I'll launch my phone and break it into pieces, and then now I have no phone.
Yeah.
So it's best to just not watch because this is like the worst. I've never seen such bad baseball from a team that's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
For this long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go through a couple of weeks of just like, you're not scoring any runs, you're not driving anything in, whatever it is, can't produce anything, but just nothing looks good.
It's like also like almost pushing 3 months now.
Yeah.
A huge part of the season. So.
And then you still got David Stern, right? Like, everything's just hell, we're still still hopeful. Stop lying to me.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Yeah. I also think should I have had hope? Because if you look at the Mets track record, how many times they make the playoffs back-to-back seasons,
No matter who is the president,
Uh-huh.
no matter who's the GM, no matter who the owner is, no matter who the players are, it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I truly believe, and this is my obviously people are going to think I'm crazy, but I think Citi Field is haunted. I do. I honestly believe that as nice as that place is, you ever watch those movies where the house is just so beautiful? My God, like nice, high ceilings and beautiful windows and everything just looks so regal and nice. And then there's this room that goes down to the basement and there's like this devil room down there and the house is haunted, right? Nobody wants to live in there because it's always the same scenario. Somebody gets possessed, family member is fearing for their life, and everybody has to move, right? Or a family dog dies for some reason, and now, or the little kid gets possessed. Something happens, right? We know the template of the scary movies. That's what it feels like for Citi Field. It just feels like it's just off. Ever since they built that place, they built it as Yellowstone National Park. And then they had to bring the fences in. And they've made such different. And then remember, they didn't even take the apple over. They forgot to take that because it was, they built it like Jackie Robinson played here. Hey, this is the Mets. This is Queens. What is this? We love Jackie Robinson, but come on now. What about the Mike Piazza Rotunda? What is this? What about the Tom Seaver Rotunda? What is happening? There's no other team out there other than the Giants and probably the Dodgers that have some stuff for Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Why do we have to build it in Queens?
Yeah. So is the Dodgers and blame the Dodgers.
He never played for us.
Yeah. Blame Jackie Robinson and the Dodgers.
I don't understand it. I never got it.
It is like, cause every like ballpark you go is they have like statues and memorials for their players.
Look how long it took us to get a Seaver statue.
They only came out like 3 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Like the first thing that we ever had was the Jackie Robinson Rotunda. Why? Why? Why don't I see pictures of the grand single? Why don't I see Piazza 9/11 home run? Like, why don't I see these things? David Wright's first career home run. All of these, these are the stuff that I want to see. I'm not saying that Jackie Robinson's not great. He's great. He didn't play for us.
Yeah. Yeah. It is interesting, like, who thought that was like, this is what we're gonna do.
This is what I'm saying. It's just like, and then they built the park like it was Ebbets Field. What the hell is, what are we doing?
You have to bring back like the quirks of like the neon and all that stuff is like from Shea Stadium. Everything is brick.
Oh, what I remember when they were like, yeah, we're gonna build a new stadium. Great. You're gonna make an updated version of the place that I love. Shea, yes. No. They built this haunted house. This house of horrors.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like it's just jinxed. No matter what team we have, we can have Shohei, and Shohei will probably break his knuckle and be out for the season.
Yeah. It's true.
So that's gonna be something that people on TikTok gonna be, all right, come on, yo, you saying that? Come on, man. Prove me otherwise. Prove it to me. If they can be able to run the table, get into the playoffs and get to the World Series, cool. But this season just seems doomed.
Yeah.
And it was doomed from the beginning. Remember, we've been calling it all season. Something just felt off.
Yeah.
Couldn't put your finger on it. You're going to be positive and be optimistic. Oh, okay. We'll see how the pitching staff works out. We got Griffin Canning. We got Paul Blackburn. And where's Blackburn now, huh? Got signed by the Yankees. Another David Stearns pickup.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The garbage that he gave us.
Yeah. At least with the previous season where, okay, these are what-if pitchers, they still had, like, decent track records.
Names.
Yeah. Yeah, like, these players I got were just god-awful from, like, their whole careers. And it's like, oh, let's see if we can kind of fix them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Canning was doing well before he's got out for the
But,
season.
but before he came here, what was he?
Yeah.
He was
the
a
worst
guy
pitcher.
that gave up home runs,
Yeah.
record numbers.
Yeah. He's the worst ERA the year before.
Yeah.
Worst pitcher in baseball.
Worst pitcher in baseball. So yeah, we want him.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, Severino, like, he was good at the Yankees, but just kind of had a few rough years. Kind of brought him back to life a bit. Quintana was good for us. Anaya
He was
had
there
a
for
good
2
year for
years.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had, like, risk with past, like, excellence.
Right.
But this is just, like, nothing.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy. Like, and I guess this is something that we can talk about. And I've talked about this in other situations. Hubris. When you feel that you are the smartest person in the room, you will do things like this. Mm-hmm. When you think that everything that you touch turns into fucking wine, you will operate your organization like this. Oh, it doesn't matter. We can fix anybody. You will get yourself into trouble. Mm-hmm. Instead of you going to go get quality guys that you can help get better and become aces, you want to go get the guys that are on the Uber line, that are literally very close to being out of baseball. Mm-hmm. Because let's think about it. Who the hell was going to sign Paul Blackburn?
Nobody.
Probably no one.
Yeah.
He would have probably got a minor league deal, spring training invite, right? Mm-hmm. Who was going to sign Griffin Canning over the year that he had?
Yeah, nobody.
Probably going to be another minor league invite guy, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing with Montas. Mm-hmm. So you see a pattern here where instead of them getting guys that say, yo, this guy's really, really good. He had a really, really good year. Solid guy, got plus arm strength, plus spin and all that other stuff. We can be able to turn this guy into maybe a second starter, front end guy, but he right now can be slated or slotted as our third guy right now. Great. Mm-hmm. You go get a third guy, but all you did was get back end guys and expect them to be good. And then when they're not good, you're just like, oh, well, I have no backup.
Yeah.
Like there was no plan B.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's going to work out. Don't worry about it. You had no plans to bring up the kids at all. Mm-hmm. None.
Mm-hmm. And also, too, like, when you look back of, like, the number one reason why the Mets didn't make it to the World Series was kind of the pitching collapse. So when you think going next season where that'd be your number one fix, like, everything else was clicking and then the pitching just died out.
Your two biggest glaring holes you still didn't address. Uh-huh. You needed to improve your runners in scoring position. Uh-huh. I understand you getting Soto, you think that would be able to help. Great. Yeah. But where was the other additional bats that you got? Mm-hmm. You signed Jesse Winker to be your left-handed DH. Mm-hmm.
And also, too, like, he wasn't cheap as well, so...
Right. Like, you could have gotten somebody better that you didn't have to platoon. You could have just went to go get yourself a bopper that would have just been right there in the heart of your lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, when you are this sabermetrics analytical pencil pusher, these are the decisions that you will make. Is that you don't look at players like they're players, and you don't look at the back of their baseball cards. Everything is advanced stats. That's how you look. Oh, what's his? Oh, he has good exit velocity. What is his WAR? What is his what WRC plus? What does that matter?
Yeah. If you're not getting hits, you're not getting on base. Nothing matters. You can hit the ball 200 miles per hour. Your bat speed. It don't matter if you're
Brett Beatty has
getting
probably
caught.
the fastest bat on the team.
Yeah.
Where's that gotten him? You go ahead and clock it. He's one of the fastest bats in Major League Baseball. You know who else has great power and speed through the zone? Mauricio. He doesn't really hit that much. So what does it do for you?
Yeah. I get the ball down.
Get guys that can hit at the level if they've shown you a track record of hitting, get those guys. I don't see how hard that is. I can understand if you're in Oakland and you're in Milwaukee and your budget is this and you're trying to, get the maximum potential out of a guy but don't want to spend as much money. So you're trying to cut corners. You're in New York. Like, you just saw what Cohen did with Verlander and Scherzer. He traded their asses off to get prospects and ate the money. I'm not saying that's always going to be the solution. I'm not saying that that's something that you should always just think about doing. But you do understand that is a card in your back pocket.
Like, he addressed, okay, these were mistakes. Let me kind of bite the bullet and get rid of them, get some assets. And move on. Yeah.
Cut your losses. So this is a big winter. I don't care. However this season finishes out, whether they get their act together and finish it, because September is a brutal stretch. We're not even there yet. But when they get into September, I said off mic to you, I would not be shocked by September 14th, the Mets are 3 games under 500. So table this, mark it, put a pin in it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just have a feeling that this team is going to completely collapse on itself by mid-September.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully you're wrong, but, wouldn't be
like
shocked.
I said, I'm the miserable Cleveland Indians fan.
Yeah.
We'll blow it in the ninth. That's now my gold standard statement line now. They'll blow it in the ninth.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they can be up 9-0. They'll blow it in the ninth. They'll find a way.
Yeah. That's how it's played out for the past 3 months. So
3-1. The thing about all the games that they've led going into the 5th inning, 6th inning, 3-1, 3-2, 4-3, and they end up giving up 5-6 runs and lose the game. I have no confidence right now. I have no confidence. Soto came out and he was asked if he believes that this team is a playoff team, and he said yes. What do you want him to say?
No, we're done.
What do you want him to say?
Yeah.
As much as they've criticized this man all year for not hitting, he's batting .247 right now. 31 home runs. He can still, and that's the thing was crazy, is that Soto can hit 10 bombs in September, have over 40 home runs, driving 100 runs, and people will still look at him and say, he had a terrible year.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Yeah.
He leads the team in home runs, and he had the bad year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like it. Like I don't have to. Cause I'm going off my fantasy league stats. He's the top 5 player in fantasy baseball. I'm not saying it equates to real life.
Yeah.
But he's a pretty good player.
Pretty damn good. Being 30 and 20 is pretty damn good.
Even all his walks.
Leads the league in walks.
Yeah. Okay, the average is he's still he hits. That's also a negative for hitting the ball hard. Cause it just gets too much
He's
airtime.
been very unlucky
Yeah.
this season.
So it gets caught.
Yeah. Because I think his expected batting average is probably, I think it's 270
Yeah.
or 275.
Yeah. Just unlucky. So
Yeah.
for people saying he's had a horrible season, it's just you're not watching.
Not watching.
Yeah.
Not watching. But again, what'd you want him to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his team sucks.
Yeah.
We're going to mail it in. I'm going back to DR as soon as the season's over. Like, no. He's still in the trenches. There's still 7 games over 500 right now. They're a game and a half above, over the Reds. Right now, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You control your own destiny. You have to start waking up and winning games.
Yeah.
How I feel about David Stearns, how I feel about Jeremy Hefner, how I feel about Eric Chavez, how I feel about Jeremy Barnes, none of that matters. It's about what are the players going to do now?
Yeah.
Are they going to wake up? Are they going to go to sleep? And they're going to take a siesta for the rest of the offseason until the offseason. That's it.
Yeah. They're the ones on the field playing. So
Yeah.
They don't have to listen to the instruction. I don't know what they'll get from, not listening to their coaches, but kind of go back to what you know and just, you all know that you're superstar level players. Obviously Lindor, Soto, Alonso, so just continue what you know.
Yeah. I think I haven't seen any reports about a players only meeting, like nothing.
Yeah, no, because when Mendoza was kind of getting asked about it, pretty rough, he's kind of like laughing. He's like, we have meetings, hitters meetings and all this stuff every day, but clearly you're not having the right type of meetings.
Yeah,
like,
we're not talking about those type of meetings. We're talking about like an accountability meeting where everybody airs out their grievances, people get some frustration out.
Yeah.
If guys want to get into a fight, do something.
Yeah.
But something has to change on this team that is going to spark something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's no aura around this team right now. There's no spark, there's no buzz, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Like all I've heard is like from Nimmo and Lindor, like, oh, like we'll get there, but like you need to say like, hey, like we suck. Like you have to say
take accountability.
Yeah, because it's not okay right now.
Right.
You've lost how many games?
16 of 21.
When you have one of the highest payrolls in all of baseball, when you have superstars on your team, you shouldn't be that bad.
Absolutely not.
You should be like, hey, we're not playing. Like I always go back to like the Terry Collins post
Yeah.
like, hey, like we're gonna lose, but we're terrible.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna play like an MLB baseball player, then I'm gonna call up everyone else that's down in AAA who wants to play.
Absolutely.
So that's what they gotta do right now.
And this and I know for a fact, I know this for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
If Buck was here, this wasn't happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
No shade to Carlos Mendoza. I think he's good, but if Buck was here, they don't lose they don't lose 16 of 21. No. They just don't.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it last week too. Like Mendoza's just being too soft with how he's kind of addressing
I just think
things.
that's just who he is.
Yeah,
he won't. He's not gonna change.
You gotta. I don't know. He still has to learn. He's only a second-year manager, but he's kind of got to be more stern and aggressive. And it's like he's too much of like a player's guy, but I don't know. You need like that old school kind of mean, stern manager that's gonna pull you together. Be like, hey, like, we gotta get better.
You want to know the sad part?
Mm.
I don't want to say it, but I have to.
Okay.
He's our Aaron Boone.
I don't know. I feel like he's a little smarter than Aaron Boone.
Aaron Boone is an idiot. I will say. I'm just talking about in regards to his lack of like.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause think about it. Just think about the irony of the team that's running us down for the last playoff spot. Who's their coach?
Is it Francona?
It's Terry Francona. Yeah. It's Tito. So, what would we have done with a Francona? You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't even an option. And for you to not even give not even give Buck 1 year to figure out how it's gonna work, you just let him go.
Yeah. When it's not, nothing was even his fault. It was their upper management's controlling.
After winning 100 games,
the best
2 years prior or a year prior, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now again, I don't hate Mendy. I don't. But there's no fight to this team. Like there was a fight last year where it didn't matter what the score was, they were gonna find a way.
Yeah.
And they just don't have that, and that's why I was so upset about not just bringing back the same team last year.
Because then you go into it like with kind of unfinished business.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes you want to go like 10 times harder.
That's it. Just, you improve in the margins that you need to improve on, but you bring back the same locker room. Mm-hmm. Bring back the same guys. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you put Soto in that mix now, and now guys can be able to kind of get him up to speed. But that was the formula, man. I'm a big advocate for, like, keeping things together until the wheels fall off of it.
Yeah.
Instead of changing all the time. Yeah. That's what analytics tells you. Plug out one person, put in something else. It's just plug and play. That's what analytics does. It doesn't make you value the player. All you're doing is valuing the numbers. Mm-hmm. And if somebody else has a little bit better numbers than what you plugged into that computer, what do you think that computer is going to tell you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you're not using your baseball brain, you're going to have what you have with your pitching staff right now. Garbage in, garbage out. Mm-hmm. So, moving on. Let's head to football, shall we? Because there's not much to talk about. But Anthony Richardson benched. For me, not shocked. Not shocked at all. The fact that Daniel Jones, Captain Small Hands, came in there and took your job. I better use my strong hand. Jones came in there and took your job. 1 year after being the Giants quarterback and was rubbish. 2 years removed for having one of the worst contracts in football. He took your job. That says a lot.
Pretty depressing.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Yeah.
For a guy that when he got drafted, you can go ahead and pull the tape of what I said on this show. He's not ready. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even good at Florida. He had the metrics and the body and the physical tools, but he wasn't accurate there. And he had 1 year of starting experience. Yeah, you draft him, it's fine, but then you insert him right away. You had Gardner Minshew, who you had signed that offseason, and then you go ahead and give Anthony Richardson the starting job. He didn't play too bad, but then he got hurt. Mm-hmm. And then what happened the year after that? Got hurt again. And then Joe Flacco had to step in. Mm-hmm. So you have a guy that's often injured. He still hasn't learned the quarterback position too well, and he's not accurate. He should have never been forced to start at any point. Should have sat at least a full year so he can be able to see exactly what's going on, get up to game speed, understand his playbook, really work on his game in regards to trying to get accurate, making sure that they have a very good like a mentorship type of quarterback room where he can be able to sit there and really learn behind a Joe Flacco, behind somebody else, whatever it is, and understand the craft that he didn't get a chance to learn in Florida. Didn't have enough time. Who knows if he would have came back another year? Maybe he would have been better. Maybe, who knows? But he needed more time. And what the Colts did to him was negligent. You just think that just because he has the physical tools, he can run fast, he's big, he can shrug off blockers or defenders, whatever it is. That still doesn't mean that he can play the quarterback position well. That was your responsibility to make him sit and learn. He's not Cam Ward. He's not Cam Newton. He doesn't have those type of skills. He had to learn by sitting. And they did not let him do that. And this is why now they have a damaged product going forward. What do you do with Anthony Richardson now if you're going to turn to Daniel Jones as your quarterback? Yeah, you can always, if Daniel Jones falters, of course you're going to go ahead and insert him if he's healthy. But what confidence does he have at this point? This is his third season. He's making some decent money. And there's going to come a time where contract time comes up. He has at least, I think he has a 5th-year option. So we'll see what happens even if they exercise that 5th-year option. Because if he ends up getting an opportunity this year and he doesn't play well, I don't even see them getting past the 4-year. Just don't see it. It's sad, but it goes back to the way I look at the quarterback position is that you do have some exceptional talented guys that come out. I just feel that even though those guys could be exceptionally talented and have all the tools and the metrics, I still think it's important for them to sit, whether it's 4 games, whether it's 8 games, whether it's 12 games, whether it's a full season and then they get the opportunity to play. But sitting helps these kids develop faster. Learning on the job sometimes is not always good. Look at what happened to what's Derek Carr's brother name? My goodness, David Carr. David Carr was the first ever draft pick of the Houston Texans. They had no offensive line. He almost killed that kid. He was there for X amount of years, and he had a record amount of sacks every season. Shortened his career. Andrew Luck, as talented as he was with these same Colts, they did not give that kid an offensive line for the years that he was there, and his body was beat to shit to the point where he said, "I'm out. I don't want this anymore." Sometimes you have to allow guys to sit and learn and make sure you give them the resources that they need. Don't just throw them out there to the wolves, is all I'm saying. Let them sit. You have veteran guys. If you know that you're going to, that should just be the template for every team going forward. If you know that there's a young kid that you want a quarterback and he might be your future, go get yourself a veteran quarterback. It just goes hand in hand. This is you're going to shadow this guy for the next year. If there's an opportunity where, we're going to evaluate you in regards to in-game stuff later in the year, if we're out of it, then you might get your opportunity. But don't expect it to happen. Your job is to learn that playbook and to sit here and get better. Like, think about what Belichick did with Brady. Did Brady start his first year? No. Brady sat and he developed while Drew Bledsoe was a quarterback. And don't you think that Bill Belichick had plans for Tom Brady all the while? He drafted that kid for a reason. He said, there's something in this kid that I like. He has good arm, good mechanics, good footwork. He's not fast. He doesn't have this god body, but he's a smart jock and he's a competitor. That's the kind of guy that I want. Drew Bledsoe was not Bill Belichick's type of quarterback. Tom Brady was. And when the opportunity presented itself after a year of sitting, that kid got in there and he won a Super Bowl. What else you got? You got what's the other example? Pat Mahomes sat a whole year. Had Alex Smith there. They knew they wasn't gonna retain Alex Smith because they had the kid. Kid comes in and wins the MVP in his first year.
Mm-hmm.
First year starting anyway. Like there's a whole bunch of examples that I can keep going through, and I can give you examples of it not working out the other way either. It's no formula to it, but I just feel that that's the better road. Even with your guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Russell Wilson. You have Jameis Winston that's there. These two veteran guys that do things completely different. Jameis Winston is a talker. He's a motivator. He's somebody that can be able to like get guys to run through walls. Russell Wilson is not that type of communicator.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good player, but he communicates differently.
Mm-hmm.
He inspires differently. For a kid like Jackson Dart, he's in football heaven right now because all he has to do is worry about getting better
Mm-hmm.
and waiting for his opportunity because it will come, whether it's next year or later this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the moral of the story is that he's going to have to sit regardless.
Yeah. And he's like already looking good just a few games in with everybody. So having that time to really
Learn the playbook, understand
more,
exactly.
It's just gonna be better. So
he's gonna come in and he's just gonna look like what's the kid in Denver?
Knicks.
Yeah, Bo Nix. Boy bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all. It's just the way game goes. Some guys just need to sit no matter if they're ready.
Yeah. Even like you just think about it. How can you? Obviously, the quarterback is the star of the team. Like you have to have a good quarterback in order to be, have a good team. So how many times do you think of when a rookie comes into it and expect them to be good right away? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're coming out of college when there's good players in college, but not NFL players
right.
that are coming at you that want to kill you.
Right.
So even just to mend well with the team as well, like all the veterans on the team, like really have to work well with them and communicate well with them in order to be good.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't have a good connection with your wide receiver, you're not gonna be having a good connection on the field.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot behind it.
And you would think that the fact that it's the most expensive position on the field, it's the most important position on the field, that you would operate with kid gloves. Whoever your quarterback is, who you've chosen to be your next guy, you want to bring him along slowly so when he's ready, he can be able to prove to you why you drafted him. Not throw him out there and he has none of the tools that he needs, and now he can't show you his full potential because he's underperforming because of whatever's there. Look what happened to the kid in Carolina. What's his name?
Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Right? All because that team is rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not giving him ways to
Nothing.
succeed. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So it would have been better for them draft him and let him sit. It doesn't matter if he's number one. Who cares? See, that's the thing, is that a lot of these teams, they get caught up in where the kid gets drafted. I drafted you number one, so you gotta start. No, you don't. No, you don't. Treat it like baseball, right? The best prospect that gets drafted, whether he's coming out of high school or college, does he go straight to the major leagues?
Yeah. He's sitting sometime.
You go into minors.
Yeah.
No, I don't care how long it takes you. You might be up here in 4 months.
Yeah.
But you still got to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have to show me that you can handle being a professional before you come here.
Yeah.
No matter if I know you're going to be good, you still got to go there.
Yeah.
Griffey still had to go to the minors. You flushed right through that shit. But they were like, yo, we got to see how you do it. And he ate that shit up, and then he came through. Same thing with Bryce Harper. He was 18 when he got drafted. He was 19 when he got up with the Nationals. Didn't take him long.
Yeah. You have to like just to jump from high school to professionals is crazy, and even
Yeah.
college.
College to professional,
is
it's a
yeah.
different game.
Yeah.
Some people are like, everybody's learning curve is different for how you learn, how you retain information, how you download things. So if you're more of a slow starter, then that sitting is gonna help you. Some people they're quick learners. You know what I mean? Like just like they tend to mature faster. Some people are just like that. But even still, they can always use the extra time. So moving on. Moving on. Joe Flacco named the QB1 in Cleveland. And who do you think is number 2?
Was it? I mean, has he even played yet? Pickett? He was listed. I don't know if that's still a thing. I know Shedeur had some problems, and you had, was it the guy Gabriel?
Yeah.
It's Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel, I believe, is QB2. And Shedeur is third string. So obviously they've invested, draft capital. And Roman Anthony's going crazy right now. People let me have it about my take about Roman Anthony too. You sign him. I need to see it.
It's
give,
just
give me a
like
full year.
to spend. Also, too, like there was incentives behind his deal, so I think it was over $200 million total. Like to
250.
spend on a kid that's played a month
Right.
is ridiculous.
That's all I'm saying. Let him play a year. I don't think that's nothing bad to say. I didn't say it was garbage. Just let him prove it over a year and then give him the money.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Shedeur is the third string, Gabriel's the second string, and you got Flacco. We all know that Flacco was going to be QB1 coming into the season. That's not a shock. But the interesting dynamic is going to be this Shedeur versus Dylan Gabriel. Because it reminds me of Kirk Cousins and RG3. RG3 was the well-touted second overall pick. All the flair and dramatics and all that stuff. And then you have Kirk Cousins that got drafted much later, who ended up being the better quarterback. So I'm not saying that Dylan Gabriel was not going to be good, but he just didn't look good in preseason. Just didn't. Shedeur did.
Yeah.
I am still going to stick to my guns, and I still believe that Shedeur Sanders might see the field as a professional as QB1 come week 8 or 9. It's just the way I'm looking at it. It just the eye test tells me that he's better than Gabriel. Gabriel's probably going to need to sit. I don't think Shedeur needs to sit, but he's going to benefit by sitting. So, interesting, but not shocking to me. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people who are Shedeur fans. Oh, no, this is disrespectful. I don't like it. He should be this. Like, nah. It's not time for that yet. It's not time for him the actual start yet. But I do feel that he's the most talented quarterback in that room. And he should get an opportunity at some point. So, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good to have someone who's Flacco's been in the league for forever. So to kind of learn from him, and he's done better, but I guess Shedeur's, I don't know, ego issues, whatever you want to call it, would kind of be, toned down a bit, and kind of like I said, like you have to like communicate and work well with the team. So if he's getting along with the team, then I don't see any issues with him going forward and kind of starting the games.
Yeah, they love him. They love
Yeah.
him. Like he has a big personality. Miles Garrett signed off on him. I ain't hear Miles Garrett say nothing about no Dylan Gabriel, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this guy, he just has a personality, and we're so used to our quarterbacks being, my teammates. Kudos to them and the coaching staff, and we're just getting ready for next week. That's what we want for our quarterback. Very blah vanilla answers. Shedeur's not like that, but he's also very intelligent to understand and know what his responsibilities are. He's not some, Neanderthal that did not have any home training. He understands how to speak. Speaks very well. He can articulate himself. So, we'll see what happens, man. I'm rooting for the kid, but I'm telling you, come week 8 or 9, it's gonna be jumping down here. Boy, I can't wait. Can't wait. I refuse to wear a Shedeur Sanders Browns jersey.
That's the right colors.
Yeah, no. I don't even want to buy a Jets jersey, much less a Browns jersey. Oh no. I'm an elitist, like I told you. It has to look away. Like it gotta look away. You know how long it took me to go get Mets jerseys? Had to be right.
Yeah.
Okay? I didn't even get a David Wright, and I love David Wright. It's my favorite player.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I just don't like the pinstripes, really.
That's why I like my first, like, when my adult money is I went for the old school black jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, this looks nice.
Yeah.
Pinstripes is not my
If
vibe.
it's the only pinstripes that I liked are the ones in '86.
With the ribbon.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, those are cool.
I like those. But these other, I got the Soto pinstripe. It's fine, but yeah, I got the Lindor black. I like that. Yeah. So I might get a blue one. I might get a blue Soto.
Yeah. The blue ones are cool.
Who else can I get other than I got Soto, Lindor. I'm not getting the Pete. I refuse. It will never. Well, I'm not getting the Vientos. Not doing that. He won't be here.
That's what's like my big thing too. Is like how long they're gonna stay.
Yeah. I'm not getting anybody that's gonna go to Mars.
It's just go old school at that point. That's what I
Yes.
do. I go vintage.
Go get David Wright.
Yeah.
I get a David Wright. I get a Robin Ventura, or I go get me a Mike Piazza.
Yep.
Or a Darryl Strawberry.
Yeah. That's what I got. I got a Soto. I got Lindor, and I have a David Wright jersey.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe I get a Strawberry. Strawberry is my guy. Yeah. I like Strawberry. Yeah. Okay. What the hell were we talking about? I can't remember. Got sidetracked. See what happens when you talk about baseball and the Mets? You get sidetracked here. Sound assassin. Guess we can go into basketball. John Wall has retired from the NBA. How many years did he play? I don't really remember exactly how many years John Wall played, but he was in and out of basketball for a little bit. 11 seasons. Got drafted, by the Washington Wizards. He was really, really good for them, and then ended up, having some really bad knee injuries. Some stuff happened. I think he even ruptured his Achilles, or was it AC, something like that. He had some foot issues. Just really talented guy. Just never really got a chance to get over the hump and really make like a deep playoff run and have impact in the playoffs, but just really, really good. Tried to have a comeback at the end, signed with the Clippers, and and kind of fell out of favor, fell out of rotation, and just never got a chance to be able to latch on with somebody else after that. And if I have a word to describe John Wall's NBA career, it's incomplete. Like, this was a guy that was a number 1 overall pick coming out of Kentucky, he was one of the most athletic point guards we've ever seen. Um, Very productive early on, high flyer, high impact, high speed. Everything was just very very intense with how he played the game, and just incomplete. I think that if he would have got drafted somewhere else or even decided to be in another organization before his body started to give out on him, I think we would have seen the best of John Wall, even outside of what he did with Washington, because he had some really, really good years. Made a lot of money in the NBA too, but just never really lived up to any of those contracts that he signed. And to be fair, I mean, a lot of players don't live up to those contracts. It's a lot. It's a lot of expectation when you're signing guys for 40, 50 million dollars. It's tough. It's tough to be able to be the franchise guy and deal with all the losing, and you have to be the first one to be accountable and speak to the media and all that stuff. And then, you know, they've always denied it, but the whole Bradley Beal, John Wall, that duo just never worked. It just never fit together. You can like somebody, you can be cool with them, but sometimes you just don't mesh well in the court. And that's just life. That you can be able to like somebody, right? Oh, my goodness, we had such fun on this date, but just don't really click. Like, we're cool, but we just don't click like that. Like, just because somebody's fun and just because you cool with it doesn't mean that, like, in certain situations everything is gonna be what you want it to be. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just gotta accept that and cut your losses. So incomplete is what I would use for his NBA career, but pretty spectacular nonetheless of what he's achieved. So, shouts to him. I wouldn't say that he's a Hall of Famer. I think that he's a fringe guy that might be considered for it. But I wouldn't put him in. I think I heard that Derrick Rose also is getting his jersey retired with the Bulls. It was great. I think we talked about that. But what a story for him, though, right? Like, a kid that grew up in Chicago, grew up watching the Bulls. He went to Kentucky, gets drafted by the Bulls, ends up being the youngest MVP ever. Ends up, being one of the best young players in the league. Ends up having this life-altering injury, tears his ACL, and takes a while to come back. He's not the same guy. Ends up leaving Chicago, goes to Minnesota, has a renaissance, goes to New York and plays, and goes to all these other places, and, is still an icon in Chicago. Still does all of his motivational speaker work and his charity work in Chicago. And for him to be able to have his jersey retired in Chicago, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. I saw Stephen A. Smith, and I said I would never say his name. I saw Stephen A. Smith on Gil's Arena, and they're talking about the whole situation with him and Braun. He's like, "Oh, he doesn't like me. I don't like him, and we'll never see eye to eye, and there'll never be a repairing of the relationship because there's things that happen backstage that they try to undermine and ruin my career." I'm like, dude, like, what are we talking about? Is this a soap opera? Like, and then he says some stuff where it's just like, oh, well, I don't mention LeBron unless he's brought up to me. You have a show on First Take. So you mean to tell me that you are not the person that picks the topics to discuss? So who does? Somebody just randomly picks the topics for your show? Okay. You see where I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm. It's like it's your show, it's your face. Like you at least have to approve also the topics as well. So for
That's
you to
all
be
I'm
like
saying.
surprised by, oh, we're gonna talk about LeBron today. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, go ahead and try to prop yourself up. You Stephen A. Smith. You want to make sure that you keep your persona and all that stuff great. But as I said before, I see right through it. I'm not gonna say anything more on that because I've said enough. I've said enough about these two, especially about Stephen A. Smith. Moving on. Moving on. What do we have? We have what the hell is Yao Ming doing here? Oh, we are at irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch them? I mean, yeah, they stink.
There is a lot of irrelevant news. A lot. Oh, this is something I gotta go back to. So I guess let's hold off on irrelevant news until I talk about this. Dennis Schroeder, he's from Germany. He's a black guy from Germany. Basketball player in the NBA. Really good player. But said some interesting comments that I wanted to talk about. And he believes he will never receive the same love as Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki in Germany because of his skin color. When I was 14, I sat in front of a TV watching Dirk carrying the flag at the 2008 Summer Games in Beijing. Back then, I thought, how cool. There's no greater honor. It is a great honor, but for me, it will never be the same as for Dirk. I will never receive the same love in this country because I am dark-skinned. There is some validity to that, right? Because being who you are and being born who you are, especially when you're black, has some disadvantages, especially if you grow up in a country like Germany. I'm not saying that Germany is like this fully racist place. It's not. You have your challenges everywhere you go. The biggest thing to me that kind of nullifies his stance on this about the whole dark skin thing, which is it is true. There is some truth to that. But you can be able to have that argument if you were as good as a Dirk Nowitzki. See, if Dirk is a Hall of Famer, you're also a Hall of Famer, and people are now saying, oh, who is the best German-born player to ever be in the NBA? And they're talking about Dennis Schroeder, and they're talking about Dirk Nowitzki. And now that there's this argument and there's this debate that's going on in barbershops and places in Germany, places where people eat. Cool. You're not on his level. That's like some white kid saying, growing up in Los Angeles, I played in the league or played in college, but nobody's ever gonna love me the way they love Kobe Bryant. Like, my guy. You got to the league, you're in the NBA, yes, but you're talking about a legend. Dirk is a legend and respected by so many players, so many ex-athletes, so many fans. He has the dopest statue of all the statues that they unveiled. He got the best one. So it's like, I understand what you're saying, and I will never kind of then try to discredit your feelings behind that, because there is some truth behind that, yes. But there's also truth behind that you're not Dirk, and it has nothing to do with the skin color. It's the fact that your skill level is not on his level. If it was, now we can be able to have a level playing field and see what the difference would be. And if the skin color is the difference, then now you have really something to talk about. But for right now, it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we really talking about? I ain't gonna get the same love as Dirk. You goddamn right, you're not gonna get that's Dirk. What? People don't even know how to say Dennis Schroeder's name the same. They still call him Schroeder. That's not his name. Schroeder. But people don't know that. People don't confuse Dirk Nowitzki's name. They don't know how to spell it. But I can guarantee they know how to say it. You know why? Because they've heard it enough to know how it's pronounced. Because he was out there busting people's asses. He was out there busting Miami Heat ass in the finals all them years back. People know Dirk. They don't know Dennis Schroeder. So cut it out. What's wrong with people nowadays? Again, I get it. I side with him because when people don't see race, I think that there's something wrong with you. You don't have to be like, oh my goodness, But yes, if you are friends with somebody who is of another culture, another race, you should be concerned about race because it's about how that person feels and where you take them and how comfortable they are. And you have to understand their plights and their struggles and vice versa. We don't know you, man. You ain't Dirk. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Now we can get to the relevant news of the week. I had to get that out of the way because I was just like, what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, this is nasty work. Came in right on time. Woman donates kidney to her boss and boss fires. Why? That is crazy work.
That's crazy.
In 2011, Debbie Stevens was fired from her job after taking too long to recover from a kidney transplant surgery. Yo, that is nasty. So I gave you my kidney, and you told me that my recovery was too long, and you fired me?
Yeah, that's crazy. Is that even? I don't even think that's like legal because you're on technically you're on disability.
Yo, that's crazy.
Your PTO, whatever.
You drinking water and flushing your kidneys with my kidney?
Yeah.
And you got the nerve to tell me that I ain't back yet?
That's crazy. He's probably like, oh, well, I'm back, so you gotta be back.
Yo, facts. Yo, I'm recovered. Hey, what's up? That's nasty work. That's nasty.
But what type of, I don't know. I feel like you have to have some type of relationship with the person in order for you to give them a kidney. You know
I mean,
like,
you know what it is, man? Like, listen, I hate to say it, man, but a lot of white people, they do a lot of crazy stuff. You know, they tend to want to give just any random person things and tell them the deep, darkest secrets of their life. Like, you think I would ever give my boss a kidney? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I feel like that's I am a donor.
Yeah.
When I do pass on, take whatever.
Yeah.
But in current living moment, I gotta have some sort of close bond or relationship with you in order to give you something. 'Cause you gotta go under, and then you don't know, you might not wake up just from going under. You know what I mean? Something happened in the operation room where they, stab the wrong organ, and then you're dead. So.
You tell those donor people, say, look, my family come first, right? Whoever needs it in my family, they can have it. But the next people that are on the list is Claw and Barry Grant Jr. Just make sure you know that, okay? I'm not giving some random person a part of my body. Now, granted, if I'm dead and I'm a donor and somebody needs it, then great.
Yeah.
But if I'm still alive,
it's gotta be something.
Yeah, your story gotta hit me.
Yeah.
For me to say, all right, I don't necessarily need it. If this person needs it and they're at death's door, yes, I will go ahead and sacrifice. So maybe that's what she did. Maybe her boss was at death's door. Maybe, I don't know.
It is I actually there was someone I knew, like I went to high school with them, and then their sister had cancer, and they needed a bone marrow transplant, whatever, right? So I had signed up in order to, see if I was a match. So I got all the whatever things sent my way, right, in the mail. But then I started doing research of what entails a bone marrow transplant.
It's very painful.
And I'm like, I feel like horrible. Like I want to help save this girl's life, but like for my life right now, like I'm gonna be out for a minute. If like say like I'm found to be a match, like that stuff, like it knocks you out because they gotta like drill like into your hip or whatever, like deep down in there to get whatever. But she did find a match and she's recovered, so that's just like, oh,
good.
There's probably somebody else that can help her.
I mean, look,
I felt bad, but like
and to be honest with you, you shouldn't even really feel that guilty because I could probably even like guarantee that you were probably young and like a lot of things are going through your mind, and it's a big decision. You know what I mean? Like I don't fault any young person for not wanting to go through that, and I commend anybody that does go through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where it's like, just the thought of you even like putting yourself in that position. You got to give yourself a lot of credit because there's a lot of people that wouldn't even get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they'd be, oh, no. What is that? Huh? Bone marrow? Huh?
Yeah. It's
So.
intense. So.
Yep. Let's see. I think we talked about this before. Oh, this one is funny. Did you hear about this one? So it says. Target CEO to step down amid declining sales and DEI backlash. So the guy stepped down, but he's still like chairman of the board. So yeah, he stepped down from the CEO job, but he's still like when you're the chairman of the board, you probably make more money than the CEO does. You know what I mean? So yes, it matters. Because, people went ahead and really affected the bottom dollar at Target. But, they're going to put somebody else there and, keep the ball rolling. Yeah. But I think that this is a good first step. It's not nothing. It is something. But just for people to realize that you do have the power. People have the control and the power. You never let anybody tell you different. Like, you never let anybody convince you that people in government control things. Like, they don't get there unless they're elected. So, businesses don't make money unless you go out there and spend your money. So if you decide to not patronize a business because of whatever racial practices they might have, then yeah, you now have the power to be able to manipulate what happens with this particular business going forward. And I think people need to start exercising their rights to control what happens more often. Like, don't be those people to say, oh, I'm fighting for injustice, I'm fighting for human rights, and I'm all this other stuff. And you got a whole bunch of like name brand clothes that you wear that kids are being used in sweatshops to make. Like, if you want to really control the narrative, make sure that you do it the right way and you understand the power that you have with your vote, the power that you have with your dollar, the power that you have with your voice to be able to make change and spark change in this country. A lot of people just are not, whether they're not aware of it or they just don't want to do it or they're just fearful. A lot of people are very scared. But you know that you control a lot and they want you to believe that you don't. You know what I mean? So it's a good first step. I saw that and I chuckled. I said, yeah, let me read more into this. And of course, the CEO steps down and he gets a bigger job. So that's just the way these companies do it, man. It's kind of like the Catholic Church. They'll go ahead and not fire the pastor that's touching up the kids, they'll just move him around from one diocese to the next. It's garbage.
Yeah.
You know.
People don't see like the name up top anymore, but he's still down lower.
Correct.
Going down the list, yeah.
But hey, shouts to y'all for making Tarjay think about what the hell they doing. You don't want to DEI. We don't like. You know who benefits more off of DEI in this country?
It's like
Single white women.
Because if they're like,
Because DEI has nothing to do with color. It's about diversity, equity, inclusion. It's not just color. It's about race and gender and sexuality, all of these things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just help black people. It's everybody.
It's like everybody, like the white male, and then everyone else is a part of that.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like they want to eliminate DEI, and yet white women and white males were the ones that benefited the most off of DEI. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
But again, like people that just don't know things, they attach something, they make somebody attach something that doesn't necessarily make sense. And then they don't do their research and they just go with that. Why? Because they have some type of racist undertones within them. There's a lot of people out there that are a little racist, and they're okay with being a little racist. Give me a break. Moving on. Researchers prove that daughters of working moms become the toughest, most resilient women out there. They say that when a daughter sees her mom balancing work deadlines, school runs, scraped knees, and dinner on the stove, she's not just watching, she's absorbing. A landmark Harvard study shows daughters of working mothers grow up to be more independent, resilient, and successful, landing higher paying jobs, stepping into leadership roles, and handling pressure with grace. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think, I obviously I'm not a girl, but I grew up in a single family household, and I saw my mom be everything. And it kind of shaped and molded my work ethic from a very, very young age to know that that's the way that you're supposed to do things. You know what I mean? Like you never complain. You never look in the mirror. Obviously, if you're by yourself, you can always have your moments, right? But when the lights are on and it's game time, you put on your game face and you get to work. And I've always been that way. And I've been that way because she showed me the way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think that that's a wrong style. I think it's a very interesting one. I would love to see a lot more data and research on that, but I'm not gonna like dispute it. Yeah, when you have a strong parent in a household, no matter if it's a mother or a father, that's going to shape a kid's future in regards to how they see the world. You know what I mean? Not just how they see their parent, but how they view how they fit in the world. I'm going to use what I've seen my whole life as a template to be able to be successful. If you come from a household that, two-parent household, and you see your two parents that they're happy and they're successful, they're living good lives, and you had a good childhood, what are you going to grow up wanting? That same dynamic. You want that same thing. You're going to be searching for that. If you grew up with a bond with your father as a young girl, and that's what you're going to want in a partner when you do start dating and whatever it is. Like I need some aspects of that. You absorb things as a kid. You absorb, these lessons and these scenarios of your idols and people that you look up to. You take all of that in, and that's what molds you as a person. So of course, that's definitely something that's it's not even really shocking to me. This one here, though, I've been waiting for this. Ozempic reportedly faces $2 billion potential lawsuits as 1,800 plus patients sue over severe side effects. What gave it away? The massive weight loss?
In a week, whatever.
The fact that you are 360 and now you're 125? What are we talking about here?
Like your body has to adjust. Like that's why it's not healthy to lose mass amounts of weight
Yeah.
in like short periods of time. Like your whole body is changing.
You ever heard of a boxer when they cut weight? They cut water weight. But you ever heard when a boxer has to go down in weight or they have to go up to another class and they really have to like lose all of this weight just to be able to get into this new weight class? You're sapping your body of resources and strength just to be able to get smaller or bigger, right? Like so your body's not supposed to go through these rapid changes like that.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what Ozempic is doing. And here's the kicker. We didn't even talk about that. It's a diabetic medicine. So if you're not diabetic, why are you taking Ozempic? That's my whole thing. So now people that are diabetic, Ozempic's price has gone off the roof now.
Yeah.
So now the people that really need it can't get it.
Yeah.
While Debbie down the block who weighs 125 pounds, she wants to be on Ozempic. I seen slim people get on Ozempic.
Yeah.
And there's some names that I could drop right now. I want to do it. Ridiculous.
It's crazy. Even like to take like the risk, like, oh, like, well, I saw this person do it, like I'm gonna try it, even though it's a medication for a diabetes.
Yeah. So, like a major illness.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for, illness. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah.
That's fine.
So, but yeah, even like, cause you see like medication on commercials all the time, and it has this side effect, like a whole list of side effects, and you're like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. But then
5 minutes worth of side effects they talking about.
Yeah, you take this pretty intense, drug that's for a pretty intense illness. You're gonna see something.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not shocked.
Injecting yourself is crazy. Yeah, it's not even like it's a pill. Like
stabbing yourself with a long needle. Let's go ahead and go look. Talk about this further. What do they say here? Okay, so 1,800 lawsuits have already been filed in U.S. courts, with that number continuing to grow. Financial experts reports the drug was originally approved for type 2 diabetes. Of course, we know that. Lawsuits cite severe issues like stomach paralysis, intestinal blockages, and ongoing vomiting. Like, none of this is shocking.
Yeah.
Other reports: gallbladder problems, sudden vision loss, pancreatitis, that's not good, and kidney damage. Yes, all of this. If you tend to drop a lot of weight too quickly, you can like have a sludgy liver or kidneys or whatever it is. Like, there's a lot of damage that you can do to yourself. Not even just being on Ozempic, just like dropping massive weight. So why would you want to do that? Yeah. Like, the best thing to do is to get a diet plan. Like, intermittent fasting really works. I tried it. I went on I intermittent fasted for like 9 months. And what ended up happening is that I said, you know what? Since I've been intermittent fasting this whole time, I'd like to see if I can go 3 weeks without no solid foods. And I did it. 21 days. I lost 21 pounds in 21 days. Man, did I look different. I mean, you seen the pod, how the transformation was nuts.
Yeah.
I had the Stay Puft face, big fat face, and then I had this little face, and everything was just like, my hair was so big, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, but when I decided to do that, I had to slowly incorporate solid foods back into my diet. You can't just go back to eating.
Yeah.
It's not the way your system works. You have to find, and when you're shocking your system with whatever you're putting into it, these people are not understanding how to be able to, kind of like regulate these things. It's a dangerous game that you're playing, man. Just to be able, it's all vanity purposes. Like for people who are really like overweight, I know the gastric bypass, I know the sleeve, all of that stuff, but I guess if they can't afford that, but it's like, why would you want to risk like real like, I don't know, fatal consequences just to be able to lose weight? Now, if you're on the borderline of being diabetic and your A1C is sky high and all these things, and your doctor says, okay, I want you to take Ozempic for like 2 months or a month, and let's see if we can be able to get this A1C down. And then once you're done, now we're gonna have to change your plan, because what a lot of people don't realize is that you can take a weight loss drug, but if you don't fix this, all you've done is changed the shell. You haven't really fixed the engine. You haven't fixed what's going on with the actual car. You need to change your mindset about how you approach food, how you approach certain things, your workout habits, your sleeping habits. All of these things factor into your weight. So if you're not making those changes, then all you're doing is just fixing the shell, and you're still going to have problems. It's just, but this doesn't shock me. So I'm not shocked. And I expected it. I don't want anybody to lose their lives. I'm sure people have done that we haven't heard about. But I just want people to be a lot more careful. Like this, like we live in a super vanity world where everybody wants BBLs, and BBLs, they're not cool anymore. They're really not. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that just have these artificial parts, like, bro, if you want to go ahead and if it's going to make you feel better, cool. But if you're doing it just because, you're trying to become a model, like that's not a good reason to do it. If you're doing it because your relationship is failing and you know that you can be able to do that to entice your partner, it's not a good reason to do it. Like, we need to be more comfortable in our own skin. Like, we're all built differently, and not everybody's gonna look like Brad Pitt. Not everybody's gonna look like Eva Mendes. Bad. Selma Hayek. Whoever you want to take, right? All those bad women. But it's just, just love yourself, man, and do the work. Like, stop taking shortcuts. That's the whole thing. Like, I seen Serena Williams. She not on Ozempic. She on some other stuff. And I'm just like, I'm looking at her like, you're not the same lady that I grew up watching. Where's the big behind? Where is this? That's not Serena Williams. But hey, she wanted to do it because she felt that she had to. Cool. Just make sure that you're not putting yourself in harm's way just to have some type of, vanity situation. That's my whole thing, is that it's not worth it at the end of the day. If you're doing it to save your life, cool. But just to be, just to be this pretty person or whatever it is, I'm good. If I had the money, I would never, like, they got those the surgeries for people to make them taller. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself?
It just sounds like extremely
It's painful
and complications.
Yeah. If God wanted to make me 6'3", he'd have did it. Because guess what? I have people in my family on my father's side that are 6'3". It just wasn't in the cards for me. Wasn't in the cards for me. Because God has a sense of humor. If I made you 6'3", you'd probably be the biggest jerk ever to walk the planet. I'm just like, you're right. You're right. What can anybody tell me at that point? At 5'9", I got a Napoleon complex now. 6'3". On. Moving on. But yeah, I seen that. I was just like, I'm not even. How can you be shocked? There's nothing that shocks me about that. I'm surprised that people are not turning into zombies. That's next. 28 days later, yeah. What'd you take? Ozempic? Okay, makes sense. Let's see. Oh, this was interesting. I found it very interesting. Oh, there's two more. Yeah. This one. There's a condom that changes color when it detects STDs. Wonderful. That's great. Listen, for you young people out there that are not protecting yourself, now it gives you a chance to be able to say, yo, before we do this, I'm just going to put this on. And if you got a red joint on, and all of a sudden, that red joint turns green, head for the hills. Don't finish, just leave. It's good. I think that this is a good thing because it's just one of those things where you gotta be prepared. It's you meet somebody at the club, you don't know where they from, you don't know what they got. And if there's something out there that can be able to help you, try it. That's what I'm saying. This is good for society. Whoever designed this needs a Nobel Peace Prize. This is something that's going to save humanity. Okay, it's going to save a lot of people some stress and headaches and drives to the clinic. That's what I'm saying. It's a good thing. Look at that thing is miraculous. You could see that she's spraying the syphilis on top of the condom, and it just turns red. That is nuts. Look at that. Yo, this is beautiful. It really is. They should have had that when we was growing up. Man. Not saying I got anything, but I do know some people who got burned. I'm just saying, this would have helped many people. Many people. Chinese company allows 10 days of unhappy leave per year for workers. Why do they just do everything better than us? 10 days of saying, you know what, I ain't got it. I just don't want to be here. 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks, they take it.
Yeah, every country seems to take care of their workers.
Except us.
Yeah.
Yay, capitalism. Yay, capitalism. That's what a lot of people don't realize is that everybody's like, oh, yeah, capitalism, because you can be able to have an opportunity to be able to own your own business and all this stuff. And the question I always ask is, do you have your own business? Well, no. So if you don't have your own business, then what makes capitalism better for you? It's just the lie that they tell you. Is like, if you work harder, you'll be able to succeed more. No.
Like someone like, oh, work for my company, and if you work hard enough, then maybe you can have your own business someday. Just using you.
Say, yeah, how exactly? How am I supposed to continue to move up the ladder making $12 an hour? I wonder how that works. It's just amazing how, like, you can have somebody work like 7-8 days in a row, and then that person gets hurt, and then your employer calls you and be like, hey, heard you not coming in to work today. What happened? I worked for 8 days in a row. and you're calling me to ask me why I'm not at work. You know, instead of me telling people that they should go to China, maybe I should go. You stay, Vientos. I'll go. Because they treat people. What is this? No, I can't. I don't have to work for 2 weeks because I just don't want to.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure you still get your vacation. and
Two,
all that
they
stuff,
get
vacation
2
time.
weeks vacation over there.
Yeah.
Ain't a week. You can't do nothing in a week.
It's like a week like flies by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. When I go to Jamaica next year, 2026, I'm lying. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but my week is gonna stretch into 2.5. I'm not spending all that money for 1 week of vacation. Nope. I'm gonna be there for longer than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn that.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out. I gotta come up with some type of plan now so I can insert that when the time is right. You know? Say, hey, I'm gonna be on some reality show and I gotta, oh, what's the name of that? Oh, I could be able to have you like doctor up this
Yeah.
fake
Like a
pilot.
flyer.
Yeah, a flyer, fake pilot is gonna have like we'll start a YouTube channel and a IG page for it, and then just like buy up a whole bunch of views and subscribers. Oh my God, this thing is pretty popular. Wow, man, get my 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad plan, to be honest with you.
Barry takes over Jamaica.
Facts, facts. That'd be
Go in there,
great.
Yeah.
And just put the bullshit like AMC logo on it, like it's branded by AMC. I'm like, well, we're not a part of this. We assume that's you can take $6. That's all I got. So yeah, I mean they just do everything better than us. It's really inconvenient. This is Chinese company Fat Dong Lei.
What?
Pause. What? Fat Dong Lei allows workers to have 10 days worth of unhappy leave per year for mental health benefits with no doctor's note required.
Pretty good.
That's great. Absolutely great. Unbelievable how they treat us over here. So that is my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, they stink.
I saw a video the other day about like this whole, I don't know, these relationship pods are getting out of control. I think some guy had said that men need to stop chasing the super good looking women and go get yourself like a 3 and a 4. I'm like, yo, what kind of nonsense is this? But yo, I'm sure that there's men out there that have that same mindset. It's like, yo, I'm not gonna go get the prettiest girl that I can find. I'm just gonna go get me a decent looking girl because she comes with less headache. I'm just like, why would you even have that type of jaded mindset? It's so damaged out there. I feel bad for people that are out there, man. It's a damaged situation. It's a damaged culture. This is why there's so many single people out there right now. There's more single people than there's ever been in the world right now. People are just looking at, don't trust you. Well, yeah.
Too many serial killers out there too now. Can't trust anybody. So too many serial killers. Like,
Yes.
You go on a Tinder date and the guy puts you in a bag and
I'm
you're
telling
dead.
you. Hey, you go on
Crazy.
I mean, you go ahead and go, hey, nice to meet you. It's like, what is that in the back seat? Is that a bag of lime? Oh yeah, I do a lot of gardening. But why is it not your house? And then you decide to drive off and now you're a part of the cement.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wild. Yeah. But also with that guy, like say he says that right and then he meets a girl and then she stumbles upon that video, then you're gonna just have her like mad and thinking like, so am I a 3? Like I'm just whatever you can get. So.
Or you can do what most men do and just lie.
No.
I understand that was a time. Well, how old is that video? 6 months? I don't think differently now. You're not a 3. You're a hard 5 or 6. You know? It's just like there's somebody out there for everybody. I don't know who it is, whether they're Jet Beauty of the Week or the linebacker woman that works at the truck stop. Whatever floats your boat. You know. I got nothing else, man. I don't even know if I got a dummy. This is one of those interesting shows this week. I didn't do much planning. And plus, there wasn't a lot of dummies that I did see though. I guess we'll we'll go dummy.
Dummy.
We'll do that. If you have one, you can go ahead and say it. If you don't have one, then I'm just gonna go kick Donald Trump's back in for the next 10 minutes. You know.
I would say I can't remember I can't remember her name at the moment, but I don't know if you saw the clip. The broadcaster with Drewski.
No.
And she had said, "Oh, like, I see you got a Shedeur Sanders jersey on," but it was Barry Sanders' jersey, and people were like clowning her, like, "How are you on ESPN as a sports reporter? You don't even know like who like recognize a Barry Sanders jersey." So I have two sides to it. I get it. Like,
I'd like to hear the other side, please.
my other side is literally like you can't get it wrong because. What color does Shedeur Sanders wear? We are discussing.
Brown.
Yeah. When
white.
It is clearly a blue jersey. So that right there, okay, like you miscued it, but right. My only thing is, my saving toward her is like, oh, okay, like Shedeur Sanders is a hot commodity right now. Like his name is flying everywhere. It just could have just been a little misslip. You're like, oh, Shedeur Sanders, right? But not even really thinking of the past Sanders in the league.
So she probably just had a brain fart.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's my thing. But again, like if you are in sports world and you do clearly see that it is not even just the color, the number of the jersey, not even right. Like you gotta kind of put two and two together and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Barry Sanders were 20.
Yeah. Blue 20 jersey is what he was wearing.
I've never seen a quarterback wear 20.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And Shedeur wears 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can cut us some bail if you want to. I won't. Okay? I won't. Because, Pete, there's a lot of people out there masquerading around thinking that they know sports, and they don't. They don't. Yeah. They only know the sports that they're assigned to know, and their knowledge is not that vast. They don't research. They don't know who played when. They have no idea about historical context. They just know current events, or that's what their job title is, to know current events. So, you know.
It was Monica McNutt, you know.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I was like.
She's a WNBA player. So
it's like she's on ESPN, so you should know all types of sports.
Might be. I might cut her some bail. I might.
I don't know.
But she still got to hold her.
Dummy. Yeah.
Hey, who is that? Huh? See a jersey. See a bail bondsman jersey. Who is that? Barry Bonds? What? That's a Bonds jersey, right? Like, what are you talking about?
Which is like so awkward. Like they're like, no, like
Barry Sanders.
So.
Or if you see a Sanders Cowboys jersey, oh, that's a Shedeur. Deion Sanders. Have you heard of him? He created Shedeur. That guy. I just, for me, I am very, very, I'm very selective with who I speak sports with, because You just gotta be. Some people are really dumb and they just don't know a lot. And just because they're on TV or collect a check from somebody that's giving them money to hear their opinions on certain things, and now you have to, instead of you being pigeonholed into whatever field you have an expertise on, now you have to know everything. And it's not easy, and not everybody can do it. So, but she definitely got a hold of.
Dummy, yeah.
Mine is very easy. Like I said, I don't even need a drum roll. Donald Trump is my dummy. He is, because
Dummy, yeah.
the fact that he wants to go ahead and alter the Smithsonian of what they're going to teach you. He doesn't want any black history in regards to slavery. It's like, oh, we focus too much on slavery. We need to focus on all the wins. You can't tell America's history without slavery. And first off, or second of all, I keep telling people this, is that when you think about America as a culture, or American, there is no culture. Everybody else brought the culture here. Stolen. It's just like Elvis, right? Elvis stole his music from black people, but yet they call him the king. How's that possible? How's it possible, right? So we as people need to understand that what we're witnessing is fascism. What we're witnessing is an autocracy, that this guy wants to control every part of your lives, of what you see, of what you're digesting, of what is projected to the media. Like, people need to understand the history of this country. You go to Washington, D.C., and you go to the museum, you're going to go ahead and go learn a lot of things that maybe you didn't know. Could you imagine if those things are not there? Then where are you getting the information from? So now you're trying to literally, no pun intended, you're trying to whitewash America and not allow people to understand the real historical context of what happens. It's not good. And who wants to live in a country like that? But it's what's systemically been happening for a very long time, is that those cats are going crazy upstairs. Is that everything that we have tried to build and everything that we've tried to overcome, we always have to deal with somebody trying to erase what we've done. They're trying to go ahead and reverse the Civil Rights Act. They're trying to reverse the Voting Act. Everything that they're trying to reverse, because they want to go back to real conservatism. And that's a very, very big thing. You've seen what's going on with Texas in regards to them, Trump calling Governor Greg Abbott, I need 5 seats. So now there's going to be potentially 2 black congressmen that lose their seats because now they're going to go ahead and redistrict and redraw lines. Doesn't seem fair, does it? But this is what's allowed in this country. Republicans have been gerrymandering districts for decades. And it happens on the other side. It happens on both sides as well. But it never happens before a census is drawn in regards to when the Democrats do it. And we have to understand that we're in different times. And I need people to look at this point in time and look back into the 50s and 60s and all the people that gave their lives or their freedom, or gave up jobs, gave up marriages, whatever they had to do to be able to push change forward. We are at that inflection point right now. What are you going to do when you look back, and what place are you going to have? What responsibility, or where were you in this time, And what were you doing to be able to help kind of reverse course? Were you one of those people that just sat around and said, my vote doesn't matter? Or did you really tried to make something happen? Whether it's small within your community or if it's just outreach for your people or just, getting people to understand civics on a deeper level. Just little things can make a village stronger and grow better. You don't necessarily have to be have the biggest social media platform and reach millions of people, but you can be able to try to influence your current and your current circle of people that you interact with every day. How do we do that? How do we teach people? How do we show people what this country was built on? It was built on the backs of immigrants. It was built on the backs of slaves. It was built on, destruction and lies and corruption. That's the history of this country. We're not saying that it's going to stay this way, but you got to know where you came from to know where you're going. And if you know your history, you can say, we don't want to repeat that. We want to be better than that. If you go ahead and just throw that shit in the closet and keep telling people that it was never like that, and we don't want people to feel bad because of what happened. No. You should always know what that was. You should always understand how that affected millions of people for many years. We're not that far from slavery in regards to it only being 400 years. It's not a lot of time. So you can be able to really think about the impact of what's going to happen for the next 400 years. What is going to be the story of America? What is going to be the lasting image of the 2025 or 2028 or 2026, whatever it is? Who's going to stand up, and what are people going to do to be able to save their democracy, save their right to vote, save their right to have children, save their right to be married to whoever the hell they want to have, be married to? Whether you want to get married to an alien or somebody with the same gender, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, all of these things are on the ballot, and people need to wake up. We need to have leaders in the Democratic Party. We need to have leaders, and be progressive. Even somebody that's a Republican that's like, enough of this shit. Like, let's go ahead and just go back to things that make sense and make our country, the respectful and respectable country that it was, in regards to being on the world stage. Of what we are now is just like a shell of ourselves. That's all I'm saying, is that you have a guy that's so paranoid about his place in history that he literally took over the Kennedy Center. He's going to rename the Kennedy Center. He's going to name the ballroom at the White House after his wife that wants nothing to do with him. The last time he touched his wife was when he made Barron. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's just like you have this in, like, this just he's so what is the word that I'm looking for? People that are not too confident in themselves. What is it?
I don't know what I wrote, but I was gonna say something bad. I was gonna say pussy.
Yeah, well, you will take that one. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's such a fucking pussy, right? That he can't get things for himself, so he has to take.
Yeah.
He has to take and destroy. He's never gonna get an award at the Kennedy Center, so he's gonna rename it after himself, and then he's gonna give himself an award. Right? He's been pushing to get a Nobel Peace Prize. You know the reason why he wants one is because Obama got one, and nobody's gonna give it to him. You know where Obama's picture is in the actual White House? It's in a closet somewhere because he doesn't want to see it. So it's so funny. The only black face that's on that wall, you want to remove it. So that's all I'm saying. I always look at Trump as a he's more like a he's more like a caricature of what America is. Like if you think about Donald Trump, right? It's a guy who's not comfortable with how his hair looks, so he has to have this fake toupee thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
He hates the color of his skin, so he has to go ahead and make up this weird orange tone.
Mm-hmm.
He constantly is trying to recreate himself in regards to trying to make him look like he has more money than he has. That's a lot of people in America. Like they live this life, and they on Instagram, and they take all of these lavish pictures when they don't have 2 pennies to rub together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Image, because you hate what you are. Racism, right? You want to go ahead and go spill this vitriol, and there's so many people that shake people's hands, and then they go home and they talk bad about them because of how they look and who they are and what their skin complexion is. He is a caricature of America. He is the worst of us. And a lot of people put him there because he is what they've always wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scary part, but that's America.
Mm-hmm.
So, no PSA. That's all I'm saying. Donald Trump will forever be the biggest
Dummy, yeah.
And I don't care who disagrees with me. I don't care who doesn't want to watch my show because of my political views. I don't care. It's one of those things where we have to use our platforms as best we can to be able to teach the masses and make them understand what moment in time we're in. It ain't play time no more. Like, it's time to be able to really start realizing that young people are going to be the leaders of this country in some capacity going forward. And there's a lot of young people that are flocking to MAGA and conservative ideologies just because they like the way people speak and how they're raised and whatever they see in their households. And they love guys like Nick Fuentes because he speaks his mind. But Nick Fuentes is one of the biggest racists in the world. So what does that tell you? Mm-hmm. That there's a lot of kids out there, there's a lot of young men that are okay with being racist because they like the way that particular person speaks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a big problem in this country. We have a big messaging problem, and we have a lot of people that are not critical thinkers, and they're not leaders. We have more worker bees and more people that do not think for themselves more than ever. So, wake up. Yeah, people don't like to hear the word woke. I don't use it. I just need to make sure that people are enlightened and they're motivated to make change. So, with that being said, Mets will still blow it in the ninth. I'm just telling you, it's one of those things. It's depressing. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace. Mets. Depressed. I am.